All right, everybody. Hey, welcome to Beatron Games. Definitely on YouTube and trying this out. What I'm going to be doing today is a little bit of Age of Empires 4 again, but this time got a little bit of a better strategy, starting a new game, starting fresh. Last time I kind of didn't get off to a good start, but I hadn't really played that type of game in a long time. The last time I played anything really was Rise of Nations, and that's completely different from something like Age of Empires. So Age of Empires 4, again, definitely a good game. Check it out. It's worth a look. It's pretty fun. You got different civilizations. You got different things that you can try out. But it stays within that medieval entry to gunpowder type era. But I had some fun with it. You know, previously with Age of Empires 1, 2, and 3. The fourth installment, I will say, AI-wise, is the best one so far. Age of Empires 3, once you get the system down, you're good. Age of Empires 1 and 2, you know, it was very real to what level you set it at, but Age of Empires 4, even intermediate, is difficult. So if you can live through that and you know what to source first, you know, by all means you can. That's not what this stream is about, though. This stream isn't about trying to find like the best situation for you to start out with. You know, I'm not going to time like how much food do you have? How many villagers do you have on wood? You know, did you put one in food first or wood first? Because, you know, that impacts the end. I'm not trying to do like a best ever type stream. Just getting you started and getting you interested in Age of Empires 4. I do have a poll going of what type of games you all would like to see, whether it be strategy like Age of Empires 4 or Civilization, RTS, real-time strategy type stuff, or if you would like more first-person shooters, or if you would also like more classic games like that Atari Age, that Atari to early 2000s-ish age. I got a few games with that. Everything from Splinter Cell, back to Darkstone, back to Neverwinter Nights. So we can definitely do whatever you want. Just let me know in the poll or leave a comment. Definitely leave a like. And perhaps if you're really interested in this and the other stuff on my channel, you'll even subscribe. Okay, so let's go ahead and transition here to Age of Empires 4. And I just got started. I actually just got started with, I believe, the Holy Roman Empire. And I have an AI friend and then 2 AI opponents that are on individual teams. Okay. Let's go ahead and move the camera up there. There I am. Hey. All right, and let's go ahead and resume. And again, I like to get my villagers started with food like right away. Really makes a difference. And then obviously I need wood. So once this next villager comes out, I'm going to build some homes. Yeah, these little guys for the Roman Empire are critical. Same with the tax collectors a little later on. They can really improve like how quick you're doing stuff. Very individualistic. So the last game that I played, it was very much like build this building and that'll help you out. The Holy Roman Empire is more of very much like this person's going to do that and improve this, like very micromanaging almost.
Kockafi, Rita. Spehari. Hurray.
Reiti, ja. Uvan.
Reiti. Come.
We got some stone, and I think this will be like a trade outpost.
Yeah.
Gibu.
Do have some gold. Ain't gonna be enough.
Was? You're welcome.
Inti. Ha.
I do need to find like another source of wood. I think that's gonna be fine.
Guitar.
Was.
And yeah, when you get started, you can't produce enough people.
Samono.
Yeah. Yeah. Grabus.
And gold throughout the whole course of this game is way more important than stone. Stone helps you build really good defenses, but gold is what makes your
Geheise.
units your units.
Abgambir. Was?
And these guys here soon are gonna... See, that's another thing too. You got taxes. So the last people that I played, they were driven off of creating caravans and things like that. This is how close you stay next to certain individuals and whatnot. It's a little different. You'll see towards the end that there's certain things that you can create that are Roman Empire specific, but you know.
Yeah. Keep moving.
I like to label my barracks. And then a couple of other things that I like to do is build a couple watchtowers. These are kind of like the sacrificial lambs of what you're doing.
Yeah.
We'll have them kind of go right there. Anything that you can garrison in these is going to be fine. I will warn you that if you put citizens in there, you get notified that, you know, you got idle citizens pretty much all the time. So, you know, be careful of that. So yeah, it's good to build a mill next to stuff like this. Your villagers do gather like hunted stuff like this. a little quicker sometimes, I've noticed.
Bereit. Folge.
Especially in the early game. But it's not imperative that you know, only do that.
It's yeah. You're welcome.
So those early resources are everything. The wood, the food. You can't collect enough.
Was?
Was?
Ja.
I'm going to build another palace and put it out there.
Speer.
That'll kind of give us a little bit more of a foothold away from the town center that we have. So hopefully gives us a little bit more, but we need to create some more folks.
Ja. Was?
And then these things, yeah, you can research the arrow slits. That's usually what I do. Or I try to put in like a cannon. You can only choose one. Early game I'll do this, but if I do this, chances are I'll build another tower close that has the other types of defenses.
Ja.
Inti? Was? Grab.
Ja.
Those right there.
Jawohl.
Ja. Uhu. Was?
Build a couple more homes.
You're welcome.
Ja.
You can see I set the difficulty for my friend to be intermediate and the other AI to be easy. And it's just to get me used to the game again. Nobody's friends here except me and the intermediate.
Inti?
Again, that's just to get me used to how to play this because it's so different between those strategy games on like what you do. So,
Reiti. Ja. Uhu.
Speertrager. Reiti. Speertrager. Hinne, gesellen.
and one of the next things I'm gonna do is build like an archery range. So I can start producing different things.
Was?
Reiti? Inti? Gut. Reiti? Das wird gebaut werden.
Ja. Inti? Ja. Inti?
And in this game, for you to win, man, you really gotta have every type of unit.
Inti?
Reiti zum Gewehr kommen. Doch mal hier. Ja, ja.
Das hatte ich gern. Bin fröhlich.
Ja.
Reiti zum Gewehr kommen.
Ich gehorche. Pflicht rühmen.
Ja, Inti?
Die Häse kümmern.
To be honest with you, these early little units, they make the world of difference.
Die Horen.
Okay, so
Erwärmen nur Fleisch.
Ich bin bereit. Bereitet uch, speerdragerie.
The blacksmith can't be ignored. It has a lot of upgrades to it that put you over the top. So one-on-one in combat, if you got a pikeman versus a pikeman, oh,
Bereitet u er speer.
Strade erlegt. Zit bereid. Grieven aan.
Speerdragerie hier. Speer.
and that's the cool thing too about these is, or the Age of Empires games, is like these pikemen are good for fighting cavalry. You can highlight that, but they're weak against other infantry, and archery just decimates them. And then, you know, high rate of fire. If you've got horsemen, even the lightest, you can have one horseman take out all four of these folks. Like that's how quick it is.
Ich bin bereit. Also bald.
Strade erlegt.
So it really does happen, you know, that fast.
Gehoren. Ein durch, also bald. Das wird gebaut werden. Ich gewerke bereits. Jo. Ich gewerke bereits. Ja, ja. Das wird gebaut werden. Du bedarfst was? Du bedarfst was? Ein Arenti?
So these folks go over there.
Du bedarfst
These-
was?
We need more farms.
Ein Arenti. Ich werde das proben. Du bedarfst was?
Bin fröhlich.
And really, once you have the key number is 7 for this early part. Once you have 7 villagers, to me, you should be able to produce what you need. But you need to also think about the things that you're researching. Like, look at this. Hunted meat gather rate. So that requires me to slaughter food. I don't have slaughterable food near me right now. So it doesn't behoove me to invest time in something like that. Same with this. You know, I have a scout, but I'd rather invest it in the carry capacity and overall food to begin with. You know, I'm not looking to actually put time into those other things. Alright, so these folks were doing a bunch of building, weren't they? What we can do is we can move a bunch over here just to kind of store them for a little bit. Anything with food right now I'm going to research. And then it looks like I do have some spare wood here. So wood right now is huge. It's a hot commodity. See, one of these horsemen can take out this whole freaking company of freaking bowmen. But if a horseman comes across, you know, pikemen, they're done. If they come across a heavy knight, they're done. You know. So each thing has its own
Du bedarfst was?
counter.
Ja, hier. Mach ich.
Ein Arenti?
And when you're in between the ages like this, you do want to watch.
Schwerlicher als aus.
If we put that out there, put this up there.
Zieht. Ja, jawohl. Wogenere Gar. Ja.
Ja, und? Gib
I
gehorchen.
like him doing the food. I like him doing that.
Gib gehorchen. Ja, und? Nach Geheiße.
Geheiße?
You gotta find their market. And I'm trading post. So there's one. That's actually a big one in case you get invaded early, believe it or not. Yeah, I want the cat's wage to be able to do this one. This is cool, but this one's way better. Maybe I got these folks confused with Asia that does the micromanaging of like person collecting taxes. See, he seems like he's getting ready to come after somebody.
Geheiße kümmern. Ja.
I really want to build a keep.
Reiti zum Gewehr. Reiti al.
Man,
Ja, Inti. Reiti al. Gewerke bereits. Geheiße kümmern. Verstaan. Das wird gebaut werden.
Speer.
Wann, Wogenere? Wogenere Gar. Seid bereit. Wogenere, lasset fliehen.
Een avondje?
Wartet, Wogenere.
Bereitet ihr. Speer. Verstaan.
Schöne Gebaue des Was soll getan werden? Sind zum Gewehr kommen. Bereit, etwas Arbeit zur Tour.
Ich habe die 400.
Speer.
Werdet angeschossen! Kommt schnell, Wogenere!
Was soll getan werden?
Zieht zum Geheiß.
alright, so they kinda got like a bunch of that done. We'll put them right there. Put them right there.
Ich bin bereit zu gehorchen.
Moord, speerträgere. Bereit.
Hey,
Speertragere. Bewege terug.
Ruhe nach Geheißen.
Bereit zu gehorchen.
Tell him to come grab that.
Was wünschest du?
Got some of these things that like give us a little kick, you know? Always good to do the defense stuff.
Speerträger. Speerträger. Vernehmen den Speer. Das wird getan.
Zieht zum Gewehr.
Oh, der lügliche Tag.
And that's why you want to build a keep.
Den Geheiß? Ja, tu ruhig. Ja. Was wünschest du? Nach Geheiß.
Bereit zum Abziehen. Rieten wir, Rieten.
Achtet auf die Gehäuse.
Den Geheiß? Ich bin bereit zu gehorchen.
And these ones you kind of want to mix like what you're doing. It's always good to have a catapult. Always good to have one of those. And it's good to have like a couple trebuchets. But one of the things you'll notice with like your AI friends
Den Geheiß? Bereit zu gehorchen.
is they constantly harass,
Bereit zu gehorchen.
you know, not in like a negative way or anything like that, but they constantly harass whoever they're with.
Haltet fast und präsentieren.
Rietere bereit.
Vernehmen den Speer.
So you'll see them constantly like just sending 1 or 2 units to either side. I can't figure it out. Like what? I mean, it's irritating, but it's not, you know.
Was tue ich?
It's nothing that sets you back, you know.
Mal was anderes vom Kämpfen. Gut.
If you're trying to knock buildings down, nothing's better than this battering ram. You can stow units in it. You can do a lot with them.
Steinslingere, was wünschest du? Alles ist bereit. Marschiere Arme, Belagerungsantritt.
Speerträger. Vernehmen den
Den Geheiß? Das wird
Speerträger. Bereit.
Achtet auf die
Kommen zur Ordnung.
Lagerungsanfang. Bereit zu gehorchen. Den Willige.
Fort. Was soll ich flicken?
Geschütze kommen!
Sind zum Gewehr kommen. Ruhe das nur für dich. Sind zum Gewehr kommen.
Gehöret.
Ran out of stone. But that's okay.
Ruhe das nur für dich.
Speerträger. Linker.
Gehäuse auf.
Rietere fest.
Handwerker bereit zum Geheißen. Rücket in Antwerp.
This thing you kind of want to set up,
Steinslingere wartet auf Geheiß.
not garrison.
Speerträger. Vernehmen den Speer.
I really do like these hand cannoneers. They do so much freaking damage, man. Like if you've got a flock of them and some first line people with some upgraded armor, you're gonna be doing pretty well. Crossbows I like. They take out the heavy infantry pretty well. But you get so upset when they get taken out by something, man. It just they get taken out easy too.
Seht zum Gewehrkampf.
Bereit zu gehorchen. Ja, ja.
Fiante gesichtet nahe!
Steht stramm, Schwertrager.
Kein Dösen.
Wir bekommen Geheiß.
Ein von dem Mann. Bereit auf Tour. Bereit auf Geheiß. Antwort in Bewegungen.
Bereitet euch, Bogener, stand stramm und zieht ab.
Ah, gute Leistung meinerseits.
Den Geheiß. Verstanden.
If we go take that.
Rietere festgesetzt und bereit. Rietere, beste Geswindheit.
Zieht zum Gewehrkorn. Die horchet
You'll
alle.
notice too your most important units probably cost gold.
Was soll getan werden?
Gut. Was soll ich unsere Wegen dahin? Gut. Zieht zum Abziehen.
Ihr Männer wisset, was kommt. Ruhe. Geheiße kommen. Ihr Männer wisset, was kommt. Die Zeit abzumarschieren.
Oh no.
Wir haben Geheiß.
Yeah, that was pretty bad because those are all upgraded horsemen.
Ihr Geheiß. Zieht nicht. Handwerker bereit zum Geheißen. Handwerk bereit. Horcher Geheiß. In Bewegungen nun. Steins Handwerk zieht ab.
Yeah,
Was soll
that's kind of
getan
bad.
werden?
I can get an age ahead.
Ihr Männer wisset, was kommt.
Heißer als bald zieht ab. Mit Ile
Handwerk bereit.
I love crossbowmen, don't get me wrong, but I just find them to be a bit of a waste. I don't know what it is.
Hochwache, ihr Geheiß. Well,
Achtet auf die Geheiß. Machet schnell, Bogener.
I'd rather, if I was gonna invest anything, it'd be money in these hand cannoneers. They're slower, but man, when they get going, I don't know anything that can really compete with it.
Lagerungshandwerk.
Bereitet euch für Gehäß. Alles ist bereit.
Sieger für uns! Was wünschen Sie haben nach Geheiß? Höret auf Geheiße! Griffet an! Ich bin bereit zu gehorchen.
You see how much damage that freaking thing does? So if you get like 2 or 3 of these things, it's right next to whatever you're doing. And they can hold 16 people each. It's done. You know?
Kommen Gehäß wird ab. Gehorche Gehäße.
Geben richtig ab. Geheiße kommen.
And they have a lot of health too. Yeah, these.
Bereit zum Gehäße.
Gehäße ans Band.
Smack.
Gehäße ans Band, Kogenere. Kommen zum Marsch, Gehäße.
Alles ist bereit. Alles ist bereit. Zieht ab, Gesellen. Ihr Männer wissen, Hesse werden gehorchen. Was wünschst du? Heilig.
Gehäße kommen, bogen stand stramm und zieht ab.
Was soll getan werden?
We can tear down some of those buildings that are just not producing, you know? There's no need for them.
Seid auf der Hut, meine Herren.
Gesellen, Folge Geheiße.
Reiterei ist immer bereit. Ja, bin bereit zu einem Befehlchen. Bereit für die
Right.
nächste Aufgabe. Lastenbau errichten.
Sendet mich fort.
Do some upgrades. And again, I'm not looking to upgrade scouts. I'm not looking to create any scouts. So there's no reason for me to do anything with scouts. He's got a pretty decent sized army.
Neue Befehle. Stillgestanden, ihr Herren. Ein Befehl wird ausgeführt.
Ja, ein Ohr für Betäubung.
Yeah, see.
Das ist fertig. Der Feind ist auf uns. Kommen!
Was du Gehäße wird helfen.
Ruhigt euch. Achtet auf die Befehle.
Geheiße kommen. Zieht ab. Rücke Dinge, Slingere, Blut.
And it looks like he targeted. Yeah, he targeted those on purpose.
Ist im Gange.
You gotta be kidding me.
Zeit ab. So seid's.
Die Reiter, die
Okay, so I lost a horseman.
Bereitet euch. Befehle von oben. Felge, diese macht sicher Spaß. Steht Strafgesellen. Neue Befehle. Bereitet euch. Befehle von oben.
Bogenschützen, Befehle wie die Rösser zerren am Geschirr. Antwerp wartet auf Gehege.
Geheiße, was bedeutet es Sommer? Belagerung, Slingere, ziehen ab.
Wer rastet, der rostet.
What?
Warte auf Gehäß.
really don't have trebuchets, so the best thing I can do is probably wait for that.
Befehle mir. Ich sollte Lehre, Befehlchen zu gehorchen.
Steht stramm.
Ja, Befehlchen zu gehorchen.
Ich tue so, wie du befehlst.
Wartet auf unsere Befehlchen, Bogen.
In dem Sattel und bereit.
But everything costs gold right here at the end of the game, so you gotta have a lot. And I only have, how much is left? About 800 more gold. That ain't
Wer
it.
rastet, der
So
rostet.
I'm already needing. What is that? Huh.
Steht stramm.
I'm already needing to kind of go over here and take this. You know what I mean?
Befehlchen zu. Deinen Befehl.
Ruhiget euch.
Die Rössert-Reiterei ist immer bereit. Euer Befehl ist klar.
Wartet auf unsere Befehlchen, Bogen.
Ich gehorche. Ich zieh sollte Lehre.
Haltet's Mut. Wir haben geheißen.
Wer rastet, der rostet.
Come over here.
Ich
Go to
bin
mine.
Ein schöner Gang in Frischern.
Bogenschützen, die mit.
Bereitet euch. Felchen. Diese machen sicher.
Ja, ich kann das sofort tun.
Was hast du nötig von mir?
See, I really don't need stone too much, but if I build like a keep out here,
Bereitet euch.
it will actually help me keep
Wogner, ein Wort für Befehlchen.
the folks on the other side. I really need to upgrade my things. This is the big one. The trebuchets cost a little less. But the big thing is getting these last two upgrades.
Sollte Lehre. Steht straff, Geselle.
It's not urgent,
Wartet auf
but it
unsere
helps you out
Befehlchen,
so
Bogenschützen.
much. And I'm kind of thinking of going pink first, taking him out, and then moving over to orange.
Felchen.
So if I can just kind of hold this guy,
Sollte Lehre. Befehlchen zu gehorchen.
Wir warten auf Befehlchen, Dorfmänner.
the big one.
Sie wollen uns erschießen! Bereitet euch! Befehlchen von auf geht's! Bein ausstrecken! Wir marschieren.
Bogenschützen, die Folge.
Alles fertig.
Wir haben Mühe geheißen. Tue ich nun.
Dorfmänner, Zeit zum Schaffen. Hören den auf bis gesammelt.
Steht straff, Geselle. Neue Befehlchen.
Dein Wille wird meine Schrift. Ich werde deinen Befehl.
I'm gonna need a bunch more archers.
Ja, bin eben acht Befehlchen kommen. Die Mine, bin auf dem Weg.
Bereit für die nächste Aufgabe.
Wer rastet, der rostet.
Bereitet euch. Befehlchen von oben.
And we can do some cheap ones.
In dem Sattel und bereit.
Söldner, unsere Befehlchen sind hier.
You know what?
Was
Let's
du
just send a
da
battering
tust,
ram in there and see what happens.
Felge, diese machen sicher Spaß.
Beruhigt euch und
Alles fertig. In die Sattelreiter.
I really need that.
Schuss, sehr schädlich.
It gets me, man. Like, why not, man? This guy's gonna tear this stuff down.
Siehe nur aber, wie gewohnt. Den Strafgeselle.
Immer bereit. In dem Sattel und bereit. Tretet alles fertig und bereit.
Hier ist er noch uns.
Ausrüstung, Bogenschützen!
And then you see, like, these things don't mean much.
Wartet auf unsere
So you gotta be careful because this thing is like an anti-infantry thing. So you want to make sure that this thing is fighting infantry and not buildings right now.
Bogenschützen, wir müssen bereit sein. Die Pfeile schießen!
Now once this guy's king comes out of this, we gotta go. Boom. Yeah.
Bin bereit zu ein Befehlchen.
And then we can kind of bring him up to fix that. Now, you don't have to, because these things, look, these guys can build that. And it's 200 wood. It's not that expensive.
Nächste Aufgabe.
But it is worth it to me to have a repair. Alright, there's that.
Bruckner, ein Ohr für
There's
Befehl.
that. I got a ton of archers.
Bereitet euch. Werden nicht
Beruhigt euch und achtet auf die Bogenschützen. Auf
Befehl in Einwunden.
Make sure everyone's healed up. You see these little buckheads? That's where, like, animals are. But, man, unless you've invested from the get-go...
Hier ist er noch uns.
Alright, that's gonna be the most up-to-date thing there ever was.
Felge, diese machen sicher Spaß.
Orange may be the more difficult because he's built out quite a bit.
Höret alle zu, wir bekommen Befehlchen.
But he's only in age 2.
Ein Bau zu verrichten.
Ja, bin bereit zu ein Befehlchen.
And I really don't need stone, because you only need stone to build, like, defenses.
Den Strafgeselle. Neue Befehlchen.
Die Hurricanes wechseln. Geheißen.
Alright,
Diese machen
let's go ahead and
Befehlchen.
Bogenschützen!
press up.
Das hatte ich gehofft.
Söldner, unsere Befehl wird getan.
Soldeniere, Befehlchen zu gehorchen. Beginne mit dem Bau nach Befehl.
Hier sind unsere Geheißen.
Dein Wille wird
wird meine Schritte führen.
Diese Tat ist vollendet.
Bereitet euch! Befehle verloren!
And what we'll do is
Diese Tat ist vollendet.
hide maybe everybody in these rams, maybe? Well,
Reiterei ist immer alles Schossen auf Befehlchen.
Die Erde! Belagerungsrüstung!
Wir sind bereit. Rüstzeuge.
Alles ist in Ordnung! Marschiert! Vier Dame anwerken!
Felke! Ich tue es.
Ruhiget euch. Ach, eure Befehle.
Dem Sattel und ich reite nach.
Alles ist in Ordnung!
Ich gehorche.
Sie
Handwerk. Alle Rüstzeuge sind
let's see, 16,
Befehle verloren!
32, 48.
Wogner, ein Ohr für Befehlchen.
There
Den
you go.
Strafgesellen! Neue Befehle!
A few more there.
Im Begriff zur Arbeit!
Wir werden angeschossen!
Yeah.
Was hast du nötig von mir?
Go ahead and build a town center. Why not?
Gut gebaut.
Goldene
And again, if you were playing at a higher difficulty, you would definitely need to have, you know, probably double that.
Mein Bogenschützen. Wir müssen bereit. Junge Gehäse. Gut. Gehäse kommen. Ruhiget euch. Weiser Befehl. Ich gehorche. Gut. Junge Gehäse. Nun. Ihr wartet auf uns. Junge Gehäse.
In dem Sattel zieht eure Sporen an.
Gehorsamkeit zur Tugend ist ein Segen.
Belagerungshandwerk!
Wir sind bereit. Handwerk. Bereit zum Sturmböcke. Was mit Handwerk? Handwerk war. Wir sind bereit. Wir sind bereit. Rüstzeuge bereit. Sie sollen unsere Uhr.
Alles ist in Ordnung, das wird getan.
Die Rössers Gehorsamkeit ist meine
Here we
Pflicht.
go.
Handwerk, bereit zum Handwerk, warten auf Ziel.
Unter Beschuss!
Handwerk, bereit zum
Belagerungsrüstzeuge!
Handwerk, warten auf Ziel. Das Ziel ist
And we'll do this until he counters. So, you know, he's going to be doing that. Oh, he's fighting down there.
Reiterei ist immer bereit!
bereit zum
Ich gehorche eure Befehle!
Wir sind bereit. Richtig.
Belagerungshandwerk bereit! Tu nu Handwerker ziehen!
Handwerk, warten auf Ziel. Unter Beschuss, Rüstzeug in Gefahr. Gewisse
Yeah, this guy just harasses. Like he's not doing anything except like, I'm just here throwing a spear or two. Like he's got no reason to live down here. You know.
In dem Sattel betet an und bewegt.
Handwerk, warten auf Ziel.
Ich gehorche. Mein Wunsch ist mein Ziel.
Handwerk, bereit zum Angriff.
Gehorsamkeit zur Tugend ist, ich werde deinen Befehl.
Handwerk, warten auf Ziel. Ja, ja. Wir sind bereit.
He's gonna get ready to take that king out.
Wir sind bereit. Rüstzeug, bereit zum Angriff. Wir sind verbissen.
Get his freaking house down. All right. Woo! That was definitely a fun game. You know, it's crazy because just yesterday I did the intermediate enemies for AI, and way more difficult. This was like super easy. So maybe what I'll do is throw an intermediate and an easy in next time and just kind of gradually build up. But it definitely looks like, if you look at this timeline, wow, that's a little eye-opening, because it looks like I start out quick and then I just get overtaken by those intermediate folks. Go back to the timeline. So yeah, I start out really good, or really well, and then what happens here? Like right when I get to age 2, about to be 3, that's when green just takes off. And honestly, if you remember the game from yesterday, that is where I had my issues, was age 3 to age 4. But heck, we only played for 53 minutes, it looks like, and about halfway in, I should have been doing better. Got no idea what they do different. I'm gonna have to look at that. Like, what do they do right here that makes them do this and me just level out? I'm gonna have to look at that. But okay, definitely had fun with this one. I'm going to probably shift more towards Fortnite type stuff for a little bit. I've got a couple of hours before I really need to do too much else. I'm going to do that for a little bit. Tonight, probably going to be doing DayZ. All my friends are on and things like that. And DayZ, you know, again, join us on that Blackout server, because my God, had I known what I knew now about DayZ, I wish I would have started Blackout to be able to get the guns, the weapons, get familiar with that stuff, and then shift to the survival side, where you build, you learn how to catch fish, you learn how to do all that other stuff. Because to me, if you start survival, it's great, don't get me wrong, but you really don't learn how to do anything except cook food, find chickens, raid police stations, and that's it. You really don't learn how to fight. You really don't learn how to actually stalk and listen and do all that. So if you're a first-person shooter type person, then that Blackout mode is probably where it actually makes more sense, because weapons are easier to find, loot's easier to find, you can find food way easier. Whereas the survival side, you know, you're looking at trying to find a place, build a couple patches, and start planting and watering and you know, investing time in that than anything else. But for sure, it was fun. That's probably going to be it for Age of Empires. But I'm going to go ahead and shut this down and then begin Fortnite after I take a short break. So we'll be back. I appreciate it, and hop on the next stream. I'm hoping to get a few highlights out of the Fortnite one, and then we'll shift into something, you know, different tonight. But participate in the poll. If you're not going to be here for the poll, then definitely leave a comment on what you would like to see, because that's probably what I'm going to start tailoring my things to. I'm about whatever people want. I'm not about to just project classic games or only first-person shooters or only this type of material with Age of Empires and things. So if you want to see something, I left some generic things in there, but if there's something specific, leave that in the comments. If you like this, then definitely drop a like and subscribe. All right, but we will see you all in a little bit.